Hi there, Kakeli here. Thank you for requesting a download of my real estate lead generation chatbot. I developed it because after playing around with a ton of lead generation systems, I realized that the ability to quickly connect with and qualify leads was an important factor in lead generation, and nothing comes close to a messenger chatbot when trying to do so online. You don't have to take people through any fancy landing page software or share leads with a bunch of others in your area on a large platform. These are your prospects and your leads. And more importantly, studies have shown that messenger open rates and click-through rates are significantly higher than regular email marketing. So you have an awesome interactive tool to start that conversation with your next client. So in this video, I'm going to give you a quick walkthrough of the template and how to use it and customize it for your business. Now, in order to get the chatbot template into your ChatFuel account, I'm going to have to send you a unique code that can only be used once and only by one person. So depending on the time of day you signed up, please give me from a few minutes to a few hours to send over that link to you. While you wait, take a few minutes to set up your ChatFuel account if you don't already have one. The template I'm sharing with you was built with their system, and ChatFuel is one of the leading chatbot building platforms. It's free to sign up and run chatbots through, so head over to chatfuel.com and set up your account. Once you get the link to your template, please click on the link and follow the rest of the steps outlined in this video. If you don't have time to watch the whole video now, don't worry, I will send a link of it with the chatbot transfer link so that you can easily refresh your memory when it's time to start setting up your chatbot. Okay, so once you click on the link that I sent you, it's going to bring you to this page and you are just going to hit join. So once you hit join, it's going to load the chatbot template into your account. So there it is now. You can have a quick look at it. But before you can make any edits to this template, you need to create a clone of it. So to do so, just go to the dashboard. That is the template that you've just loaded. Click on clone. Give it a unique name. And what that's going to do is it's going to create a clone of the chatbot template in your account. And this is what you're going to be working off of. So there is the clone, which is going to be My Real Estate Lite. And that is what you will be doing all your edits on, not on the original that you have just loaded into your account. Okay, so another quick note about the need to create a clone. I will be deleting your access to the Real Estate Lite, so this won't always be there. So again, make sure that you have the clone and all the edits that you're making are in the clone, so because you won't have access to the original for very long. I'll probably be deleting it every couple of days, people's access to it. So now that we have this clone, let's go ahead and make some edits to it. So again, the exact same chatbot as before. So we have this start out here with the welcome. You can replace this image if you want. I just went to Giphy and got a nice GIF there. You can go and find something that you like, something that's more up to your personal speed and taste, and you can pretty much just replace it. Find a file and put it in there. As far as editing goes, you can pretty much just change this to whatever the name of your city is. This is the person's first name, and every time sort of this comes up, and I'll show you how to do that. Then the person's first name, so it's sort of a little bit more personal than just being like, hi, hey, you. So again, go ahead and change this to make it more unique to you if you want to. And here is our sort of main menu for our welcome page. So we have three sort of titles here: buy a home, sell a home, and book an appointment. And as you can see, each one is linked to a different block. So these are the blocks here. So the buy a home, of course, goes to the buying block. The sell a home goes to the selling block, and then the book an appointment block as well. So once somebody clicks on this, it's just going to take them to essentially like the next page, the next step in your chatbot. So at the top here, we have the default answer section. And this section is designed for if somebody starts typing in something into your chatbot that the chatbot doesn't necessarily recognize. And this will pretty much say, looks like you want to speak to a live person or an actual person, and it will let you know so that you can go in and speak to the person live. And so it's just a little section, it's calling up your human, and this will be open for about 12 hours for you to respond to this person live. Okay, so going to just the regular ones, this is the appointment one. This is somebody asking for an appointment, so we can ask them for their phone number and their email address, and we save it to these attributes here. You don't have to do anything about that. And it pretty much just, we have the section where it'll send you an email once somebody has filled these out. And I've just titled this appointment request, and you can put your own email address here so that, make sure it actually comes to you. And it just says, hi, this person, the first name, would like to book an appointment with you. Here are their details. Get in touch with them as soon as possible. And these are pretty much the details that it's referring to. So it'll sort of populate these two fields with the person's phone and email address. And you can then sort of go ahead once you get this email and make contact with them and help them book an appointment. So for our buying tab, this has a couple of tabs as well. So this section is for current listings. You can do a list here. I believe this takes up to about 3 different options. So if you had 3 listings, you could do it like this. Have a link to each of your listings, and that is this block here, and I'll show you how to do that in a bit. Your starter homes, this is a lead gen sequence that I've put together, and it pretty much shows people sort of a list of houses at a certain price point, and you can use this to sort of market certain homes in your area. You can change this to whatever you want. You can have homes 500 to 1 million depending on your area's offerings, and you can sort of change this to whatever sort of sequence you want, change the wording around. Family homes, so I've actually set this up so we have the starter ones under 250, family over 500, and then homes over 1 million. But yeah, like I said, depending on your area, you might want to change this wording a bit. Of course, you can change these pictures as well, maybe do some pictures of your houses that are more familiar to your area. So for the current listings, it comes to this essentially, and what I have here is a template that you can use to display your listings. So it'll have like a house there, a little bit about the home. It has a section here where they can see images, details, neighborhood details, and open house info. And so pictures would be this. It's just a row of pictures, and you can always add some more, and again replace them with pictures of your actual listing and sort of change the text and stuff around. We have a little menu here which just takes you back to information about the listing. Neighborhood, you can have pictures of the neighborhood, of the area, a little bit of information, some stuff that are close by. And again, all of the stuff is editable. Just go ahead, type in whatever you want to do there. The open house, you can say when your open house is, and you can have them contact you now. And this actually leads to, if somebody clicks on this, your phone number will actually show up for them to dial straight away from their phone. Or they can get a reminder sent to them. And if they click on that, you will essentially just ask them for their phone number, and then you can sort of text them on your open house day or give them a phone call, let them know, hey, we're having this open house, don't forget to come and see us. So this is a great way to sort of encourage people to come and remind them of the open house as well. So back to our buying block, the starter home lead gen sequence is here. So if you see, it actually goes to this block, which is the starter home intro. And this is the page for the starter homes. So I just have a picture of a nice house there. We can talk about how the area is booming, and ask them if they want to see homes at a certain price point. And you can have sort of a section here. You can add as many homes as you want. Have a bunch of homes that people can look at, a little bit of info on each. If you have a website where you can see sort of more information, you can link that here. And so instead of sending it to a block, you would send it to a URL, and you can just have the address of this particular listing online for people to have a look at if it's on your website. And this is great if you have sort of those MLS listings on your website, for people to be able to sort of see, connect them to your website for them to see these great homes. If people want to, they can also sort of tell you their search criteria, and that is leads us to our search requirements page, which is a buyer lead form. And so they'll ask, it's pretty much a group of questions, the type of house they're looking for. Each of these are saved to attributes as well. So number of bedrooms, also an attribute there, number of bathrooms, just some basic information. They're asking if they're pre-approved, which is a great thing to know from your end, and then their budget, preferred neighborhoods, and just general information. And once they've put in everything, including their phone number and the email address, the system is set up to send you an email. So, we have the email will be titled Real Estate Buyer Lead. You can put your own email address here so that it comes to you and not me. And pretty much, you can put your own name there. It's your own form. And that'll just pretty much tell you that this person has requested a list of available homes, their information, the neighborhood they're looking for, type of house, and whether or not they're approved, their budget, pretty much everything you need to do to get started, sort of having that conversation with your new prospect. So that is the buyer lead form. For the sellers, we have a lead form as well, and this is under the selling. This is sort of the intro to it. You can list a few sort of benefits of listing with you there, just tell them a little bit about how you market their houses. And then we have a little free home evaluation form there, and here you can actually get some information from them about the kind of property that they are trying to sell. So again, all of these are saved to an attribute, and I'll show you how that works with a email later on. Number of bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage, age of property, the home address, their email, their phone number. And again, this leads to an email that would be sent to you. You just need to change your email address here, and pretty much all the information, the home information, so that you can get started communicating with them and giving them a evaluation for their home. So that's buying and selling, and then sort of these kind of leads to these other pages. You can have a little bit of information about houses in that area that are at a certain price point that you think people would be interested in. You can use both your own listings and maybe your office listings if you don't have, or you can delete these if you don't need them. This is all up to you. So those are, that's pretty much the sort of selling aspect of things. And then to the listing. So we have here under our current listing, where it goes to actual listings. If you have, say, multiple listings that you want to set up here, you can just go ahead and you can clone each, make a copy of it into your chatbot. So it'll be, and then your chatbot, and it'll pretty much give you the exact same block, like a copy of the exact block for your new listing. And then all you have to do is just replace the image, replace the text, and you have a new sort of page there for your listings. So that is the main chatbot. And so coming to some of the other parts of this back end here, we have a bit of AI built into your chatbot. The first group is for people who are just saying things like, I want to buy, I want to sell. And what this does is anybody who says anything like this will automatically go to that selling block. And anybody who says anything about buying will automatically go to the buying block. And that's just the buying and selling blocks here. I have another group here, which is buy or thank you. I find that a lot of people in my trials, once they, send in the form and you say, thanks for your information, I will get back to you as soon as possible. I find a lot of them tend to say thank you or buy or something to that effect. So I just had a little little something just to reply to them when they did say that. Just, make that nice personal connection as well. The people tab is where you get a list of all the people who interact with your bot. So once your bot is connected to your page and people start interacting with it, it's going to start filling this section up with all the people who are using your bot. The broadcast tab is for when you want to send broadcasts or little tidbits of information to people who have subscribed to your bot. And so I won't cover this right now since we don't really have any broadcast set up for this. And then the configure. So this is where you would connect your chatbot to your Facebook page. So like I said at the beginning, you want to have access to your Facebook page and the account that you set up this with. And so it's just going to list all the Facebook pages that you have here, and then you'll just pretty much be able to connect to whichever page you want to connect your chatbot to. Upgrading to Pro. So this is free to use for up to, I believe, about 500 people in your chatbot. And if you want to upgrade to the Pro, it's about $15 for up to 500 people, I believe. And so you can do that here. I will say that if you are not upgraded to the Pro, when somebody does start your chatbot, it will have a little message that this chatbot was built in ChatFuel. So if you don't want that little message, you'll probably see it when you run some tests. Then you would need to upgrade to the Pro before, sharing your chatbot with potential users. And if you do want to add anybody else to your chatbot, you can invite a teammate if you have some people at the office that can help you, respond to messages. You can go ahead and invite them. And so you'll just click on that, and then you can do admin access or editor, depending on whether or not you want them to be able to make changes in the chatbot. And you'll get a code which is similar to the code that you use to be able to load this chatbot into your account. So pretty much whoever this code goes to should also have a ChatFuel account, depending on how they're going to use things. So the Grow tab, you can have a little ChatFuel icon on your website. I believe there's one here, something like this, where you can talk to people directly on your website. They don't have to be on Facebook. So you can enable that. That only works once you're actually connected to a Facebook page. So that is sort of rundown of your chatbot from now. And again, once you do connect it to a Facebook page, you can do a lot more as well. So you can test this chatbot, and that'll just sort of open up Messenger, and you can go through and see how the flow works for you. If you connect it to a page, and I'm going to just connect it to a page to show you something really cool. So it's connected to sort of a little page that I created. Say you have a listing that you want to advertise. You want to get people to look at it and come to your page. Once it's connected to a page, you can actually do a link directly to this block. So I see a block where I don't have a link. So I would just come to the page that I want people to go directly to, so that they don't have to go through the whole welcome sequence. And you'll just create a link, and you can copy that URL, and pretty much I guess I have to to copy, done. And anytime somebody clicks on this, it'll bring them directly to this page. And this is great if you're, sharing a new listing that you have. Say you're sharing it on a Facebook page or Facebook group, and you ask people to click on something if they want more info. And once they click on it, it'll actually take them straight to your chatbot. And so that's great, because then automatically they're included in your list. You have their name and information. You can follow up with them about the listing if they seem interested. And if they're not interested, again, we sort of have that system here where they can, get in touch with you, maybe put in their information, and, you can maybe find them something different if that house is not exactly up to their needs. So that's a quick little, just a little marketing tip as far as using your chatbots to market your listings as well. So this is pretty much it. That's your little chatbot. If you have any questions, let me know. If you do want me to help set it up for you, let me know as well. That can be arranged. And if you want we have a chatbot that's a little bit more advanced. I have that somewhere here. I have some more lead magnets sequences that you can use to really segment your audience and speak to specific audiences, and you can check that out and get the sort of the premium version of this done for you as well. So try it out, play around with it, let me know your thoughts, let me know if you like it, let me know if it works well for you, and have a great day.